Okay, we are live. First stream of 2021. I'm not sure. I have to check the other dates. But anywho, let me just check that we're doing okay on the platforms we're supposed to go live on. All right. Number one is YouTube. Are we live on YouTube? Are we live on YouTube? Yes, we are. But let me turn the audio off on that. Next. Facebook. First stream of 2021. You hear that as our feedback from. Yes, we're live on Facebook. How do I big that? Oh, all right, on full screen. Number one. All right, so we're live on Facebook and Twitch. Musitude is streaming. 0 viewers so far. Alright, that's muted already. And we should be streaming on DLive, but not always easy to tell. Right, next. Periscope. 2 months ago. We should be live on Periscope. Don't see it yet. Jump over to Twitch. Not yet, but anyway, the big three. We are live on the big three. Let me refresh Periscope. Oh, you know what? I haven't connected Periscope yet, have I? Ooh. So never mind that. I don't think I connected DLive either. Right, yeah. So we were using Restream to stream. But we decided to go with Streamlabs. Yeah, well, Streamlabs makes our broadcasting software, Streamlabs OBS. So I figured I'd go with streaming with them. So here we are. Well, hey, Renan Palumbo has liked the stream. Thanks, Renan. You just came just in time. I did put it out on Discord that, let me just go onto Discord actually. I did put it out on Discord that I was going to stream at 8 o'clock and it's now 8:55 p.m. So I'm doing all right. We just type that in there. Musitude is live now. Yeah, I just had some setup issues. As usual. Everything goes out of sync. Some ASMR to start with. Can you hear that? I switched over from the Yeti mic to this shotgun mic because it is unbelievably sensitive, this mic. But the main reason is because it's just, I just don't like having a mic in my face when I'm trying to talk. I've seen a lot of really good YouTubers and live streamers just don't seem to mind, but for me it drives me crazy. Just flash the merch. Not really merch, but it will be one day. Oh, that's good stuff. Right. So there's yeah, on our Discord we now have 109, 10, 11, 12, 13, 115 people on Discord. On the Musitude Discord, that's pretty cool. If you want to find out Discord, you go, if you can look on the Musitude website here. As soon as you go to the website, you see that, just click there and you join our Discord. We've got lots of great people coming in there from all different countries all around the world. Some of them saying hi. I really like it when they make requests for pieces. Somebody requested, who was it? Let me do a shout out. Oh yeah. Well, it's hard to read his name because it's got some acrylic Russian, but it looks like Ake, then there's a Ake, maybe like Arkady or something. Anyway, I haven't got it right. So he says, hey guys, can you add God of War 4 main theme, please? I listened to it and it reminds me a little bit of the Vikings theme, but it's not that difficult a melody to do, so yeah, we'll have a crack at that. So give us some other requests if there's something you want on the site to play. All right, let me just double check again. Gosh, where's Musitude? Oh yeah, 720p on YouTube and Facebook. I want to see, am I able to see how many people are watching on Facebook? It's live video. Oh, somebody said hi. Renan Palumbo. I should get used to typing on this. I usually play on this keyboard and type on that one, but instead of switching them out. Why am I going to type a reply to Renan Palumbo? Renan Palumbo is watching, so I can just say hi. Hi, Renan Palumbo. What country are you in? Welcome to Facebook. Don't forget to click the follow on the Musitude Facebook page. It doesn't show you how many people are watching. Afterwards, when you finish the video, it shows you. We get quite a few views on Facebook, actually. It's pretty good. And on Twitch, Rooney, and YouTube. Okay, we're definitely rolling there. So, yeah, I switched from Restream. Restream allowed me to aggregate Twitch, Facebook, YouTube messages. So when people said hello, where are you from? I asked you that question. I'm from near London, United Kingdom. That's where Musitude is based. How about you? What was I saying? Oh yeah, we were using a Restream. It's a service that lets us do this broadcast, and then it sends it out to all sorts of platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, and others, but we're just using those three at the moment. And when I was using Restream, it allowed me to aggregate all the chat into one chat box. But with Streamlabs, I switched over to Streamlabs, and yeah, they don't really let us aggregate all the chat from a different platform, so it's not as good. So, but anyway, I switched over because Streamlabs have a support when they have any issues with the software, and if you pay for a service like what's it called, Prime or Premium or something, you can get access to their support, and it's really good because they get back to you very quickly. So I did. That's why I switched over, so I can have access to support. And but we lost the fused chat, but we'll figure out a solution for that. Right, before I go on to give a bit of a tour of Musitude, and I'm going to do some composing tonight. The music tradition is... Oh no. That's Spotify. I'm not paying for premium, so they started running a commercial. Yeah, so the tradition is with Musitude is to always play a piece. Actually, I'm going to play this piece, and I'm not going to be able to play it very well. Minuet in... Oops, what does that mean? Minuet in C minor. I'm not very good at typing language on this keyboard. This keyboard just looks good for the stream. There it is. I actually just transcribed this from sheet music, and what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to transcribe the part 2 to this piece. All right. So as you see, in one circle we get one beat. Oh, actually, I forgot something. I've got these foot pedals here. So if I press this pedal, oh, it changes to that view. This one changes that view. Oh, got the wrong view set up. Never mind. Right, so that's the main view, the big up view, big up this view. All right, at least I know. So yeah, if you're not familiar with Musitude, every letter in the alphabet equates to a note. So if I play ABC, I would get, if I keep going, I, J, K, L, M. And you want to know what the note is to play in music, and you want to know what the duration of the note is. So the duration of the note is indicated by a circle. A circle is one beat. So one circle equals one beat. And if you look down here, this is a circle which is stretched or extended to two circles joined. So that means I would press that F down and hold it 1, 2, 2 beats. Here I would press M down, 1, 2, 3 beats. So it's very intuitive. Now when you get to here, this means there's more than one note in one beat. In this case, there's actually 4. So I would do like this. Right? And here, where is it? Here, we're actually going to change this design later, just to have straight lines. But here, this is 3 notes in one beat, called a triple. So it would be. All right, so let's see how it sounds. Here we go. I'm just gonna. I don't think I can play it that well yet, but I'm gonna set the tracker off, see if I can keep up. The tracker is getting ahead of us there a little bit. Let's refresh and kick off again. Okay. See, I'm getting that wrong. Anyway, that's the main gist of it. Whoa, that's not right. So let me play a piece. I see ensemble. On the ensemble piece, it means a piece with 3 or more parts. So I happen to like this piece. Nope, that's the wrong piece. Why did I choose that? Ensemble. There it is. I remember before smartphones came out, I had a little Nokia phone, and you could program the ringtone into your phone. And I had ambitions to program this melody because I love this piece of music into my phone, but I never quite achieved it because I didn't have Musitude. So let's give this a shot, shall we? So I'm going to play part 1, which is what you see on the screen. Part 2 is there. Part 3 is there. This is all taken from one piano piece, but piano, you get to use 2 hands, so you get to, play lots of parts one person. But we're not there yet. We're going to add that to Musitude, but not yet. So I'm going to play this, which is part 1, and I will tell the website to play part 2 and part 3, which means I just tell it to play all accompaniments. So it will count me in 2 bars or 2 cradles. We call these cradles. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I come in. Here we go. It's actually a lovely piece, isn't it? If you go into the Musitude YouTube channel, you can actually find that we do a performance pieces, and we have a second Musitude YouTube channel actually called Musitude Plays. I'm going to show you that. We have a swig. Alrighty then. So, check Facebook is still running. Not sure it is. It seems to be frozen. Alrighty. Cool. All right then. So, where to next? Actually, I usually like to record the stream, so I'm gonna press the record button now. So everybody's watching. Just pretend I just joined. I always forget one thing, and this time it was forget to press the record button. So here we go. Let me say again, welcome to the Musitude stream. I think it might be the first one of 2021. No, maybe not. I think I did some in January as well. So I've actually been, let me tell you a bit about what's been going on with Musitude. I actually, I've been doing some uploading of pieces to the YouTube channel. So we have 2 YouTube channels, and let me actually show you them. Let me just jump over here to YouTube and drag this over so you can see what's going on. So this is our YouTube channel here. You can actually see me live right here. But if I go to the videos section, oh, there also. So a whole one person watching. So with the YouTube channel, this is the main YouTube channel, and please do subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. This is the main YouTube channel, and what we do in this YouTube channel is we post any video that's got anything to do with Musitude. Like here, there's just random people we meet on the street, or this guy on a train, and I just pull up my laptop and ask him to give Musitude a try. This Japanese guy on the train loved it, played Tetris. This is me giving a talk about Musitude. This is a funny movie we made where we matched up the Fortnite game menu system with the movie Escape from LA, and played Musitude. On Musitude, we played Ride of the Valkyries. There's a little Korean girl playing Musitude on the tablet. We even did some dance recitals. Sugar Plum Fairy here with Musitude. Me being interviewed by the media. And oh yeah, there's me. I took part last year. I took part in the NatWest pitch contest against a bunch of startups, and I won first prize. Didn't get any money. I just got a nice trophy. And what else have we got? Yeah, so we've got live streams here. I tend not to keep the whole live stream VOD. I cut it up because sometimes I might live stream for 2 or 3 hours. And here we've got some theme videos. Like this is a challenge. Like this couple here, they're a married couple. They play they're called Brooklyn duets. They play in their I think it's in their apartment. But anyway, they play beautiful classical pieces. So we made the same piece of music in Musitude to see if you could play what he's playing on the cello. And here's me giving a talk about Musitude, how I came up with Musitude. And but then what I've been doing recently is just playing pieces and uploading them to the channel. So for example, let's have a look here. This one, what will happen if I play it? We'll just So instead of me being on camera talking about Musitude and doing all sorts of stuff, why is it 480p? It should be 1440p, that's better. So yeah, instead of me, come on, I have fast internet. All right, so instead of me being on camera, what will happen is I'll just demonstrate the piece being played. Internet's a bit slow. And you see I'm using the clarinet here, and it's playing a duet with the side. I think because I'm streaming, it's slowing it down a bit. So this channel, the main Musitude channel, is for YouTube. It's just a mix of all the Musitude stuff that we're doing. But if you go here, you'll see a different colored icon, a white M icon. And on this one, which is the channel we've just started, it's called Musitude Plays, because all we do is upload performance pieces. So My Ugly Mug ain't going to be on this channel. It's just going to be pieces, and just gradually will increase more and more and more pieces. I don't do thumbnails for them like with related pictures. I just let the viewer see what notation is on the screen there, and I just try to vary the camera angle so they look a bit different. But eventually we'll just have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and maybe thousands of pieces on there, and people can just go and see them, model them. And yeah, so that's Musitude Plays. And if we go back to the main Musitude channel, there we go. So here I also put those play videos up on this channel as well, because I want to get as many videos as I can, so the YouTube algorithm kicks in and starts, recommending us. But here what I do is to differentiate them from the pieces, the same pieces that are on the other channel, I just create a nice screenshot. There's quite a lot of Scarborough Fair ones because we went through all the variations. It's a duet, so we had it played as a solo with me playing part 1, then duet part 2, then solo and duet part 1. Then I moved over and I played the second part as a solo duet, and then both videos. So yeah, that's what's going on with the YouTube channel. And let's get rid of that. And then of course there's the Facebook page. So you can jump on here and you can follow us on Facebook, on our Facebook page. And yeah, so here, kind of like the Musitude channel, we upload not just Musitude videos. So we upload these directly to Facebook, because what I've found is if I put the YouTube link on Facebook now, Facebook no longer allows embedding, because they're now competing with YouTube for video hosting. So if you upload a video directly, they're more likely to promote it. So yeah, I've just started doing that. But on the Facebook page, there'll be all sorts of stuff, like we've got a new graphic here, or showing off our new T-shirts, or this is a cool article that was written about us in a magazine in London just this month actually. And this is the reason why you can see the website behind me and everything like that, because I built this green screen. It's a pretty cool project. I saw this online for £400, English pounds. I almost bought it as well because I needed a wraparound one. But I thought to myself, hell no, it's got to be, all it is aluminium piping and material. And also I'm glad I didn't buy this one, because you can't really dismantle it that easy. So I decided to make one myself for the live streaming. And I'd never made anything before like that, so it's not like I had experience. But I thought, how hard can it be? It's a centerpiece and a couple of wings with the fabric stretched. Of course, they've got all sorts of sophisticated bungee cords pulling this taut, so there's no creases and dark stains, dark shadows, which will have a problem with the green screen effect behind you. So I just come up with a basic design, centerpiece and the wings, and then I just got some wood from a local timber yard. I just got loads and loads and loads of brackets. What I should have done is got a flat piece of wood in a triangle and just screwed it on. It would have made a secure corner. Anyway, I've got loads of brackets and hinges, and then this is what's behind me, although you can't see it. And the total cost for me was about £90 with materials. It was a fun project too. So I saved, £310. So that's it. Anyway, so we post all sorts of stuff on here. These are some awesome screenshots of our Android app. And this is Musitude being featured on TV in America. We were on twice, actually. We were on Fox News and also ABC News. This is a video. These are the iPhone screens on the store where you can get our app. It's amazing. And yeah, a few videos here. That says on KVVR. And this is the iPad one. If you go to the iOS store with the iPad to download our app, this is what you'll see. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, we made an animated. See, that's before I started uploading videos to the Facebook page. I was linking on Facebook, and this is what happens. You can no longer play them. You have to click on it and be sent away. Which is kind of counterproductive for Facebook to do that, isn't it? Because wait a minute, I should be. While I'm yakking, I should be playing music. It's kind of counterproductive for Facebook to do that, because what's going to happen when they click on this? They're going to go away from Facebook. But at least if they could watch it embedded. So I guess Facebook was taking a calculated risk. Anyway, just type Musitude in Facebook and go to the facebook.com/Musitude. Go to the Musitude Facebook page and yeah, give us a follow there. We've got actually 24,000, almost 25,000 people following us on Facebook. So that's pretty good. And we just started to do video uploads, but as you can see, if you click on the videos tab, you know, we get like 40, or sometimes 18 or 90, sometimes 162. We're getting quite a few watches. Most people don't think of Facebook as a video source like YouTube, but it's growing. It's tending to grow like that. Oh, I'm going to click play, haven't I, to make it actually play. Oh, come on, Spotify. I'm playing Harris Heller's stream beats. They're like free DMCA free music that he's put out there. And when I first started using them on Spotify as background when I'm talking on Musitude channel, they never played ads. I was like, yes, that's amazing. But I think because I'm pretty new to Spotify, I think they don't play ads that much in the beginning, but then they start ramping it up. Sometimes when I'm listening to music by myself, I get an ad every other one. So I don't know. I might start paying for Spotify because those ads drive me crazy. All right. Let me shut that down. What else am I going to show you? Yeah, we've got, you might already be on here, but we've got a Twitch channel too. So this is me talking right now. Gosh, that's quite a delay. So yeah, we've got a Twitch channel. So you can jump on over there and say hi to us. So you can go to the, what am I doing? I can just press this button to bring them up. And we've got a Twitter. I always confuse the two. We've got a Twitter, Musitude Twitter. I don't use it that much, but I use it a little bit. I probably should start using it a bit more. So you can follow us on Twitter, just Musitude. And I believe we have Chris McGowan has liked the stream. Good on you, Chris. We've got an Instagram as well. You got to prove that you're down with the kids. Chris, are you watching us on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch? I'm guessing it's. You can type something in the if it's Facebook, like type a comment, and they'll see that. So we've got an Instagram. It's me with the Dalek, the Google Education, my little prize there. So yeah, we've got an Instagram. Follow us there. But that's called Instagram.com/Musitude app. Chris McGowan in Scotland. Where are you following us? Where are you watching us from? Are you watching us on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch? It's got to be one of those. All right. So, is there anything else that needs to be shown? Oh yeah, another thing is, I think I already said it, but the Discord. If you're not on our Discord and you have a Discord, just jump onto Discord, and you can. All these people that started to follow us on Discord, and they jump in and chime in and ask us to. They make requests about us transcribing a piece for the website. So that's pretty cool. All right. What else? I'll play another piece, and then I think I'm going to do some transcribing. All right. Let's see, what am we going to play? I can't play copyright stuff because I'll get a strike on YouTube. Gotta be careful, I've already had one and I challenged it and won. I don't want to push my luck. Chopsticks. I've already played some. Have I played some back? Check this out. Air on the G string. This is a great piece of music. So I'm going to play part 1, and this will be part 2. A lot easier than part 1. So that's going to be on the guitar, and I'm going to play the piano version. Okay, here we go. What's great about this piece, if I can just pause over a second, I like to play the pieces that are really elegant but quite slow, because it affirms for people watching that anybody can play. So if you play a really fast, complicated piece, it's gonna feel like a bit of a challenge to people. But when a piece is slow but very elegant, then people think, oh, I can play that. I can type or I can text, as you'll see. See, that's easy, right? Messed that up. My mind wandered. There. Apart from that little flub, it wasn't too bad, was it? I wonder how the microphone is sounding. And you know, the other reason I got this microphone, apart from the fact that I didn't like having those big microphones in your face while you're talking, is because I tend to sometimes, when I'm being a bit, I don't know, contemplative or thoughtful, I tend to lower my voice and speak at a very calm, gentle voice. Other times, of course, I'm like shouting a bit excited, but sometimes I've noticed that I do not exactly low energy, but just a calm, really calm voice. And with the other microphone, it wasn't picking it up as well. But good Lord, this shotgun microphone I've got is so sensitive, it's crazy. I can practically hear my heart beating through it when I'm using headphones. All right. Actually, you know what? I was thinking I've I've been growing my Facebook friends list recently. So why don't I just go on my own personal Facebook page and do a call out. How does that look? Live video. Can I? Oh no, that's not good. It wants me to start streaming live. How do I? Oh yeah. I am doing a live stream now. Drop by and say hi. I should do it. I think I've got like 1,200 Facebook friends, so I'm gonna try and boost it up to 5,000. That way I can promote the stream to people I know. All right, see if that gets any people coming in to say hello. So what I was going to do this evening is actually the first thing I'm going to do is turn the heating on because it's getting really cold. I usually turn the heating off when I stream because I've got these Elgato Studio lights. I start to get really hot, so but I turn them off. Turn the heating off this time, but it's getting quite cold these days. We had snow today. It was great. I went out for a long walk in the snow by the Thames River. It was just so nice. It was freezing cold, but hey, from Yorkshire, I've got to be used to that kind of stuff, right? All right then. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some transcribing. Now, transcribing is different from composing. It basically means you take a piece of music and you change it a little bit. In this case, I take music from traditional music notation. Let me just show you. And I change it. So if I go to management, be logged in. Yes, this is the management of the Musitude website. It's the back-end server stuff. We've actually got more than this number of users. It's just that we stopped requiring a sign up to use the website. So if I go to notation here, and if I type, let me do it on this keyboard. If I go to notation, if I type Zora BHD, welcome. Are you following on? What are you following on, Zora? Are you following on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube? Give us a hi. So if I control it, if I type minuet in C minor by Johann Sebastian Bach, here it is. Okay. So I played this piece earlier, didn't I? And this is how we do it. We type in the music notation in here based on traditional. This just means like one beat, the note of C, one beat, blah blah blah. Right? So if I type it in here and then I can click edit, it just appears automatically, practically instantly on the website. However, this is actually a duet. So duet, see? So it comes from there. So this is one part. Let me just smallify this a bit. So, but now I'm going to create part 2. Right? So it's the same piece, but it's duet part 2. What was the difficulty on the other one? I can't remember. It was a beginner. Pretty easy. I can't remember what I wrote as playstyle either. Dominating. The reason I created that was because I was doing a Dr. Disrespect. Dominating. So, actually, let me go back and just double check on this one. So that was just steady. Oh, I described it as intermediate. All right then, that's intermediate. So, duet part 2, intermediate. It's not really intermediate, but I'll try that. Steady. Instrument. We'll go with piano, I guess. I could do all sorts. I was thought about trying harpsichord, but our harpsichord doesn't sound that great right now. Key signature is this one. E flat. Signature 3, range. Ah, I have to check that. You just pull up a little chart here. Scales. Okay. Scales by range. Okay, so actually let me get the music up first and I'll show it to you. Transcribe. There it is. Okay, it's on 2 pages. So this is a piece of music we're going to transcribe. I've already done this one, the top one. And so the bottom one's a bit simpler. So that's going to be easy to do. But because it's on a different range, this is in the G clef, this is in the F clef. So I'm going to bring up okay. So what I do is I have these conversion charts. So I'll go through this piece and I'll figure out what is the lowest note. That is G, I believe. Right? There's no lower note than G. Oh, that's F. And here's a E. Yeah, E. So if I look on here, range 2 goes all the way down to here. So I want to go onto range 1, I think. Yeah, so range 1 will cover it. And it doesn't go any higher. Okay, yeah, I think this is going to be a range 1. Okay, so I just look at this and see if it's, let me big this up. If the piece is, there's 3 octaves in music, so if it's lowercase, uppercase, or uppercase with a caret symbol. So, right, what I'm going to do is put this here, put this here. You'll see the method to the madness in a moment. Ah, the tempo, that was 100. And the range was 1. Okay, so what I will do now is go back to the first page on this one. Big that up over there. Got something in my eye. So I'm gonna start here. Now I have been practicing with flashcards to memorize all the notes because I'm actually not a trained musician. So well, after all, that's why I made Musitude, so I could play music when I can't read music. But I did train myself to memorize all these note names. I've just got these flashcards, and every day I just try to cycle through and try and memorize them. And oops, reference chart. Okay, so let me explain how this is done. So this piece doesn't even exist yet. This part 2 to this minuet, it doesn't even exist. Actually, let's get some vibes going. So yeah, so this piece doesn't exist at all. Earlier you saw me load up and play part 1, but there was no part 2 at the time. In fact, I can show it to you on here. If I go to Fifi Chow has liked the stream. Thank you, Fifi Chow. Because I'm using a new system today, so normally I could tell if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, but I can't quite tell. So type us a hello in the chat. I think it might be Twitch, but yeah, give us a hello in the chat. Oh, not like that. And let us know. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, minuet. Minuet in, oh God, in space C minor. Okay, so as they say, this is one I made earlier, but you don't see any option there, do you, for selecting part 1, part 2? Of course, we've got all the instruments we can select. But you don't see any options for selecting the parts. But I'm going to actually make part 2 right now on the back end of the Musitude website. So it's pretty cool. What you're seeing right now is the Musitude website, or you could see Musitude on the apps. But all the programming and all the stuff is done on the servers on the back end, and then we upload it to the site. We upload new pieces that you can play. So you're actually in for a treat, because you're going to, actually, why don't I just, that's better, isn't it? So you're going to see me, this is me using the back-end servers, where I'm going to transcribe this piece. I'll click edit, well, in this case create, and it will be immediately on the website. So what I do is, wait, smallify that a bit. All right, so what I do is I type these notes in from here. So I don't need to worry about adding sharps and flats because the system does it automatically. See, I selected it here, 3 flats, 3 flats. It will just know when I type those notes to make them flat. Flat really means, if you don't know about sheet music, music has like an octave sound, and so it has 7 notes. And it's funny because we call it an octave. Octave means 8, but it has 7 notes, and then the next note in the cycle makes it 8. But really, the next note is the next bunch of 7. So it has 7 notes, and then because of the frequency of sound, when you get to the next note, it sort of harmonizes. So they call it the same name: A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. But the weird thing is, if you look on a piano, you see all these black keys, right? So and then there's a space. There's 5 extra notes. So you've got 7, and then you've got 5 black keys. What black keys really means is just in the space between 2 notes, there's another note in there. So whenever you hear it, it always feels like it's only half a step or half a step up. If it's half a step down, they call it a flat. If it's half a step up, they call it a sharp. So these notes you see on the page here, you see a note here, for example, on this line would be B. So this is a C. This is a D. So they don't even bother giving it a letter. There's nothing between C and D. So they have to call it C sharp, or if it's going down, just call it the same one, D flat. But there's no space for it. There's no image for it. So you just take this note and you call it a sharp. So it's weird. So in Musitude we don't have that. We just have whole alphabet. So every letter is its own note. And we just don't distinguish between sharps and flats. Because, you know, we're not going to be composers or anything. Anyway, that's enough yakking. So I have to memorize what notes these are. So I know there's F, G, A, B, C. So yeah, that's a C. And it's of the duration 2 beats. So I write here like this. 2, capital C. If it was a lower note, I would do a lowercase c to indicate that. Then I just go space. Then I go 1. And then I give it an R. What does R mean? R means rest. Rest means basically silence. So each bar here you get three beats. This is only 2, but it means next one just don't play anything. Count it, don't play it, and then on the next one start playing. So then I do 1, 2, 3. So again it's C, right? But it's 1 beat. So I do not need to even put a number in. If it's 1 beat, it's going to know what it is. Space, then C again, space, and it's D, 1, 2, 3, just to show that I'm moving on. Then that would be, yeah, E, space, E, space, and again C, 1, 2, 3. So again, we'll give it a D, space, C, space. Now this is interesting. So because there's the key signature means all these notes have to be flat, which means they have to be down half a tone. If they were down a whole tone, they would go something like from here. 1 whole tone goes down to there. So a line, each tone is a space or a line. Half a tone is somewhere between there and there, but you can't really see it, so it's a bit silly. Anywho, so this is telling us that F, G, A is flat, B is flat, and E is flat. So it means every note that comes along here that's A, B, or E has to be flat. Sometimes what happens is the composer will decide that's true as a general rule, but this particular note, don't make it a flat. But because this system on our back end is automatically making these notes flat, so I don't have to like put extra characters in, I have to do something to tell this not to do it on this particular note. So what do? I go, where was I? D, C, that's an A, isn't it? So I type like A, is it A? In a minute, is it A? F, G, A, B. No, it's B. Yes, so it's not A, it's B. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? It's still flattened. Anyway, so I do D, C, B, but as I write B, I put a little sneaky 0 in there. 0 means, what does the music stop? Oh, no, the music is just, you just pause to go to the next piece, but it was a bit of a dramatic pause. So 0 means that just typing a 0 means cancel out this action on this particular note. So 1, 2, 3, and move on. So now the reason why they're adding a flat there, even though it already says here do them as flat, is because it's giving me the instruction here not to do a flat. It's just reminding me we're back on doing flats again. But I don't have to pay attention to this because again, this is doing it for me. So starting again, you notice these ones I do not have to write 1 in there. Because anytime a piece of music, a note is 1 beat, it just knows that. So I just write the note. If it's more than 1, I have to write the note. So here I go, 2, And again, what note is that? That's B. B. Space. Onto this one. A. And again, all A's are going to be made flat because this is flat. And again, they're telling me this one, don't make it flat. Type the note, but cancel out the flattage. So, what do? I type A and 0. 1, 2, 3. And if the program works, which we just set up yesterday actually, so if it works, then yeah, we'll find out, because it'll sound weird if it doesn't. All right, we're cracking on, aren't we? So now, again, it's telling me, see, it said don't make it flat here. Now it's reminding me, start making it flat again. But again, I don't need to do anything special. So all I got to do is, did I do 3? 2, 3, yeah, I did. All I've got to do is write 2 and A. Space. What comes before A? G. Yeah, but now, as you can see on this scale, because we have 3 octaves in the Musitude range, so that the system knows it's a different G. Otherwise, how does it know if it's this G or this G? That's another thing about music. In Musitude, we just, one letter is one note. You can't confuse it. So, how do we know it's not this G? Instead, it's this G. I type it lowercase instead of uppercase. Genius. All right. 2A. There we go. And then 1. So 1G, but I don't need to write the number because it's just one beat. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I don't do 1, 2, 3, do I? Because it's a new line. So now I make it a new line, but with a space. And we're already here. So again, 2. Oh! So is this again? This is A. So 2 A, and it's uppercase A still. Space. So what's this? This is F. So all I need to do, but it's lowercase f. So just write F. Then 1, 2, 3 onto here. So this is G, a lowercase G. So it's one beat. So I just do a G like that. Then space. Now this is interesting. This here means the note is half as long as this note. So this is one beat. So obviously this means it's half a beat. So half a beat, half a beat, half a beat, half a beat. In total, this is 2 beats, but 2 of these equals 1 of those in terms of how long the note lasts. So what I do here is I look at the note, which is, well, I know because that's F, see? That looks like doesn't look like a letter F, but it's a fancy stylized F. So that's a G and F. And those are both uppercase. So what I write here is like this, G, F together. And the system will know, because there's no space in between them, that it's half a beat for each one. Then I put a space in, then I write these, E and D. So again, uppercase. So I write E, D. I don't need a space, and it will know to make these half a beat. Okay, now these 2 dots here, what do these mean? These 2 dots, if you go back, well, from the beginning, you don't need to. It means go back to the very beginning and start again and play. So it really means just repeat this part. In this case, when you get to the end, there'll be 2 dots. It means don't go back to the very beginning, go back to the next time you see 2 dots. So what I do is, instead of retyping all that, I just copy it. Give it the old bish bash bosh line space. I've got this weird keyboard. This says function. It doesn't say control. I don't know what's going to happen if I press function. Oh no. Oh, there's control. All right. So again, bish bash bosh. Oops. Bish bash bosh. So now what I've done is I've done all this from here to the end, and then from here, and then I've copied it. So I've done it twice. And now the new line starts here. Well, this is weird because you've got 3 beats for 5 in one, but it's not really that. It's because it's for a piano. You press this, and then 1 beat later you come in there. So I think I'm going to just treat that as a single note for expedience. All right, so what is that then? That's a C again. So I'm just going to write the old C-a-rooney, followed by E, but remember it's telling me to naturalize the E, isn't it? So I just go E with a 0 after it. Is that an E? I think it is. E, F, yeah, of course it is. What am I thinking? And then I just throw an F in there. 1, 2, 3. Moving on. I'll throw a G, and it's telling me to naturalize again the F, sorry, the E. So E, and then C. 1, 2, 3. Onto this one again. Again, the E is. Oh wait a minute, I didn't naturalize it, did I? Boom. Try to catch me out. So again, the E, which is naturalized. Natural just means not sharpened or flattened. Then C, and because this is in what in traditional music they call a bar, in Musitude we call a cradle. Because it's in the same bar, the composer doesn't need to write this instruction again. It just assumes if the same note occurs in the same bar, I think it's not just on the same line, you do the same instruction. But once you go into a new section, you don't need to do that. So again, I would do E and bish bash bosh. Now what does this mean? A note with a dot after it. If the dot was directly above it, it would mean something completely different. It would mean staccato, which is play the note really short, like tut. But because the dot comes after it, it actually means take the length of this note and add 50% to the length. So 1 beat becomes 1.5 beats. And it is an F, obviously. So I whack an F in there, but before I do that, I have to give an instruction to the duration, which is 1.5. Any note longer than 1 beat, I have to give it the note length instruction. So that's where I'm at, 1.5. Go back to a C. I don't need to give it an instruction for duration because it's a 1 beat note. And then I go, wait, what am I doing? I'm on the wrong bar, aren't I? Oh, okay. So this is half a beat. That means 1.5 beats plus half beats would make 2 beats. And then these are half beats, so 3 beats. So 1, 2, 3. So following this, I could make this bigger so it's easy for you to see. And easy for me. Right, so I've done 1.5 beats there. And I follow that up with G, and I go back to, that's interesting. What would I, yeah, I would do like this, 0.5 G, and I go space. But these next two, all I have to do is F and E. It says to do flat, The reason it says to do flat is just reminding you that last time it told you not to do flat. But I don't need to pay attention to this because, again, the system will do it for me. All right, 1, 2, 3. There we've come to the end of the line for this. Hopefully I can just, yeah, there you go. All right, I'll see if I can zoom through these babies. Alrighty. Here it looks like there's, why is there 2? There's 1 here, 2 here. Oh, this is confusing. This is not a bar line. It's just from the video, it's a progress line. So here it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes instead of 3. So it's just that you can play them at the same time. But I'm just going to play them, treat them as 1 note. So do I think I should make a new line. All right, let's blast through this baby. That's a D. D, boosh. And that's a B. And then that's a E. 1, 2, 3. On to the next. Yep, on to the next. That's F. D. No ads, thank you. D. Wait, am I even? Was I wasn't even typing anything, was I? Okay, let's go back again. E. That was here, wasn't I? Which was F space D space C 1, 2, 3 onto here. So again, D space B space D 2, 3 onto here. Again, now I have to go 1.5 and it is E space then 0.5 F and now I go E D E, so E D 2, 3. Here we go. I go C space F space E 2, 3. On to the next one. D space G space E 1, 2, 3. Only it's not 1, 2, 3. It's a new line. Remember these dots here. When I get here, I have to go back and copy it. So I'll just copy that. Copy that. Okay. So again, D space C space B. So this is a B, but I have to naturalize it. So B 0, naturalize 1, 2, 3. Okay. C space B. I do not naturalize it. And this is an A, but I have to naturalize it. Bush 1, 2, 3. B naturalized. C space B not naturalized. Missed a space there. 1, 2, 3. We're almost at the end. So here we have a naturalized space, a not naturalized, so that's a flat, and lowercase g. 1, 2, 3. Almost there. E space F space G. 1, 2, 3. And the last note is 3 beats long. Remember when we saw one like that with a dot at 1 beat plus half its value is 1.5 beats? This alone would be 2 beats, but with the dot it makes it 3 beats. So 3 C. Now I have to go back and copy all this. So let's have a look. Where was the beginning of it? Okay. The beginning of it was there, wasn't it? So that was C, E, F, C, E, F. There. That was the first part. That was the second part. So bish, bosh, bash that. Actually, I'm going to put another space in there just to clarify. Bish, bosh, bash that. Bush, bash. What? Oh, Control A. Right. So I've now coded all these. I've basically described them. That's all I've really done. I haven't coded them. I've just described them. I've just looked at every name of every note and the duration and whacked it in there. So now if I click create, we will see if it causes, if we got any errors. Don't you dare. No errors whatsoever. Nice. All right, so now we will go to the Musitude website. Remember here that there was no part 2 at all? But look what happens now that I've just coded that on the back end of the Musitude website. And I instantly clicked create. So what happens, look what happens when we refresh this. Look what happens here. Fingers crossed. Refresh that page. Boom! Part 1. That's part 1. And that's the part we just encoded. And that's not good. So we've got some errors. It's not, it should draw a line in between them there. Interestingly, it didn't. All I have to do is go back and just do it the old school way. Let's have a look. Okay. So let's see where it did that. I think it did it here. In fact, I can just put it down. Let's check it out. I think if I do this 0.5, anytime I see a doubled up letter. Okay. Just copy that, couldn't I? Let's look at these three here. See if that changes. Oh, I forgot about that one. See if that changes. See these here, where they're a bit messed up. They don't have a line. They should have a line dividing them. Same for this one. If I refresh now, oh, we go to part 2 again. See, now there's a line. Yeah, boy. I don't get too excited. However, on this bunch here, there should be some as well. Oh, there it is. 0.5. Bush, 0.5. Doubly up, 0.5. Oops. 0.5. Now what I do is do my thing. Copy this. Just replace that. Check that. No errors. Refresh this. Watch that. See this? There should be a line between these and a line between these. See if it comes up. Of course, I've got a boom. Lineage in the plineage. So now we've got part 1 and part 2. Turn the music off. All right, let's give it a play. In action. Now I am rubbish at playing this, so I'm going to mess it up. At least you'll be able to hear. I'm going to tell it to play part 2, the one that I've just encoded, and I'm going to try and play part 1. Here we go. Yeah. I'm not very good with the, we've been messing around with the design of these triplets, and I've actually decided to make them do a straight line and to do them in a straight line that way. It just seems more intuitive. Let me load at part 2, and now I'm going to play part 2 and tell the website to play part 1. No messy triplets in there to trip me up. So see, so I'm going to play this. So that means I tell the website to play part 1, the part that I've just already played. So let's have a crack at that. That definitely had a Baroque sound to it, didn't it? What is that sound? I can't tell if that's a train or a plane. All right, or the wind. That's the first time I played that piece, so considering that I was doing what's called sight reading, it wasn't too bad. It's a fairly easy piece to play. That's why it really shouldn't be called intermediate. So that's cool. That's me live on the internet, live transcribing on the back-end servers of Musitude a piece of music from traditional music notation, which is this, into the Musitude encoding, which is this, it might look like complex coding or some kind of obscure, it's not English, but all it is, it's just the name of these notes, B, E, D. That's all I'm doing, all I'm writing in there. But the magic source is the Musitude software, which our genius, A-head, massive brain programmers have created, which takes this simple description of these notes and changes them into these notes. So even though both contain letters, you'll see that, for example, what's the very first letter here? It says C. But the very first letter here is not C, is it? It's M. Why is that? That's because in traditional music, well, you can see on this, let me big this up. In traditional music, they have notes. So if you were to start, where would the A be? A would be down here. No, A would be here, right? F, G, A would be here. Galeen Katush, welcome to Musitude. Thank you for following us. Are you, let me just see if I can figure this out. 'Cause I know whoa. Kazuya Mishima. Ohayo gozaimasu. I'm guessing it's morning time in Japan right about now. You weren't expecting a bit of Japanese, were you? Oh, Ali Raza Aka is now following. 3 followers in a row. That's pretty dope. Pretty cool. I'm down with that. Let me go to my channel and Eduardo Jose. Hola. You know, I used to let me just see, 19 followers. Where are you following then? Are you following? Oh! Diane Dolente. That sounds a bit Spanish, Dolente. Hello, Diane. Thank you for following. Only problem is I can't tell where you're following. Are you following up? Mayna Tariq. Welcome to Musitude. I can't tell if you're following on Facebook. Oh, Ty Almond. Hi, Peter. Good effort with playing the tune. Oh, but effort? It wasn't effort. I did it fantastic. Mohammed Kamran. Salam alaikum. Welcome to Musitude, Mohammed. Gosh, we're getting a bit of a string of followers. I think everybody's following up. I'm going to get my head turned here. I better just... all right. Rashid Abbas Maha is following. Welcome, Rashid. I guess you guys are all following on Facebook, maybe? Lotte R. Douglas is now following. That's awesome. You know what happens sometimes? I've noticed when I'm not streaming. Hein Hetet Zan. Welcome. I've noticed something happens when I'm not streaming, when I'm just practicing with the live stream software. I get all these notifications. Eros Pelagio. Welcome. I get all these notifications and I think they're all following live. I think what happens is when you're not running the Streamlabs software, it saves up all the people that followed over the last few days or weeks or whatever, and then it just triggers them all when you're actually running it. Brian Ramos, hola, welcome. So, we do a performance pieces. And a second Musitude. Why is the sound coming out? That shouldn't be coming out there. Okay. Ryan Tarat is now following. Gosh, getting a lot of attention. I think these are Facebook followers. They're followers of the Facebook page. That's cool. we're actually live on Facebook, so yeah, glad to. And then every time I change the view, it puts the audio back on. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, I do remember. I can't even pronounce that. Zardanik. So what I was saying was, that's a lot of followers. So what I was saying was, with traditional music, if you started, say, for example, down here, this line here, it would be after A. There'd be one line that there isn't a note, so you don't see it. It would be A, B, C, D. This line would be E, then this would be F, then G. Why don't I big this up? So it would be A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But then when you get to this next space, it would be called A again. You'd have to say A again. So, and then you go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then it would go A again. So it can get quite confusing. But with Musitude, it's not like that. With Musitude, you would get a letter A. In fact, I'll play a letter A for you. There. And then B, C, D, E, F. What am I doing? I've got all these sophisticated camera angles. I can change the view, kind of. So I'll do it with my index finger so you can see the notes. A. Also, you can see the little lights come on underneath the keys. Oh, that's cool. So A, right? B, C, D, E, F, G. In traditional music, the image would go back to A, or the name of the note would go to A. What comes after G? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Then you go to 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. But even before A, you start at 1, 3, 4, 5. Then you go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you go A, B. So what we do in Musitude, which is kind of different from traditional music, is they use the names A, B, C, D, E, F, G to name notes, but we actually name, and then they use the same names for the next level, a set of notes above it, and then the same name again, and then again. So it can get confusing if somebody says, that's the letter G. Then you have to say, which G is it? This one or this one or this one? So with Musitude, we just start with the alphabet and the numbers, because we figure most people can type or text and they're familiar with at least the numbers and the alphabet. So what we do is we just take our Musitude range, which is 3 octaves basically, and we assign its own letter. So there isn't a repeat of a G. There's only one note in the whole range, which is G. Only one note, which is P. Only one note, which is A, or 1, or 9. And that way, it's unambiguous. So it's simpler, more simplistic, and but it achieves everything Musitude has, traditional music has. Like, all right, let's look at the features. We don't have key signatures because we don't distinguish between sharps and flats and natural notes. And we do have a visualization for what would be sharps or flats, so we don't need that. And then here, music is broken up into bars. It's kind of like, a bit like sentences is broken up into words, just to make them manageable. You could write sentences without spaces and just have a strong stream of letters, but it would get confusing, so they break them up into words. And then here, music is broken up into bars. So in Musitude, we don't like the fact that the bars cut down the middle, so they're like blocking the eyes view. So you've got all these horizontal lines. Let me big this up again. You've got all these horizontal lines, and then you've got vertical lines as well. So what we do is we just get them out of the way, and we just make these things here, which we call cradles, which do groupings of sets. So, and then these are called shells, or maybe we should call them eggs. But so these are shells. And so I just think it's a nice way to just get it out of the way so it's not blocking your eye line as you're moving across. So this is what music consists of. It consists of these bars here. And the reason why it puts a 3 here, it's saying 3 time. So there's 3 notes per bar. So in Musitude, it's the same. There's 3 notes per cradle. And in order to know which note to play, let's say you're playing this as a piano piece, which it is. The position tells you which note to press on the keyboard, piano keyboard. But with Musitude, the letter, the shape of the letter, or the name of the letter. So this is M, so it says press M. Over here is O, it means press O. P, press P, then press P again. So instead of the position telling you which key to press here, it's the actual shape of the note. Now here, ironically opposite, the shape of the note tells you how long it is. So this is a filled in black spot with a line. This is an open black spot circle with a line. So this means 1 beat, this means 2 beats. But it's something you have to memorize. It could easily have been, when they invented music like 1,000 years ago, they could have easily made it so that this one here means 1 beat, and this means 2 beats. And once you've memorized that, it would make sense to you because that's just what you memorized. But with Musitude, we actually wanted to make it intuitive. So with Musitude, let me bring this up. With Musitude, we made it so that, 1 beat, 1 complete circle is 1 beat. When you're tapping your foot, nodding your head, 1 complete circle is 1 beat. So it just makes sense then. Oh, what am I doing? You can't see because I've got the wrong camera view on. Oh, let me go to this view. Right, now you can see everything. So 1 complete circle is 1 beat. So obviously it makes sense that when you see this, you can sort of work it out. If 1 circle is 1 beat, what is a continuation that encompasses 2 circles? Well, that's 2 beats. And then if you see one with 3, it would be 3. And maybe you can guess what this is. It means a silence, a rest. Don't play anything for that one. And this is 2 notes per circle, so 2 notes per beat. Not played at the same time, but one after the other. So we just feel that Musitude is quite intuitive. And also, it's very clean and simple to look at. So for example, if you look at this, and you look at this, it's actually the, just focus on the top line, right? It's actually the same piece of music. But look how simple and elegant this looks. You can extract everything from this that you can get from this, so there's nothing missing that you need in order to play the piece. So, minuet in C minor. Well, actually, you know what? I should have said the bottom line because it's part 2. So there. So this here is a trill. It means it's a 2-beat note, and usually it would be played like this: 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. But because it has a trill, then you play it with the next note up as well. So in Musitude, that would be an S and a T. So you would go. So you go. Because there's 2 of them. So this running from here would go. So yeah, it's quite simple then. And because we don't have sharps or flats in traditional music, they're hidden, they're invisible. There isn't such there is a note which is a sharp or flat, but there's no actual location for it, there's no design for it. It's an invisible note. So what they do is they take a different note and put a little symbol next to it, which says, do not play this note. Play the other note, which is kind of invisible, which we don't bother drawing. Just memorize that it's there. But in Musitude, it's just, it has its own character next to it. These are not letters used for language, they're letters used for indicating which key to press. And that's what music is, basically. So that's it. We've just transcribed a piece of music live on the internet. That was cool. I'm still a little bit slow and rusty at doing it, but yeah, we got it done. I'll be social mediaing about that later. Make a big announcement. So what should I do? Shall I give it another shot? See if I can play this. Right. So this is part 1. Right. This is part 1. So I'm going to see if I can play at normal speed. So I'll tell the website to play the part 2, the part that I just transcribed. So here we go. Usually, when you play a new piece you never played before, you do a run through 3, 4, 5 times, and then it's sort of part of it sticks in your memory, and then part of it you're still reading. So let's see if I can ever do any good at this. Whoops. I think that came in a bit early, didn't it? So I like to refresh. Sometimes the tracker gets ahead of itself a little bit. Gets a bit excited. Here we go. Wait, I did something wrong, didn't I? Forgot that I'm not on screen. Not that you need to see me on screen. There, you can see that. You can see everything now, can't you? Okay, let's start again. Nope. Almost. Not all. So another go. Better. So with the triplets, yeah, we are going to redesign them. We're going to make it so that it's a circle, but two vertical lines divided. Initially, I thought the notes would look too small, but they actually don't look that small. Oh, I'm actually just noticing. Wakey Train. Well, hey, oh, recorder guy. I haven't streamed for a while. I'm a recorder guy. I've been sort of doing some other stuff and uploading recorded pieces to the YouTube channel rather than streaming. But yeah, I'm redesigning that triplet. My original one was to do 2 vertical lines and squeeze them in. But initially I thought, oh, that'll be too small to see. But look at these. These are smaller and they're quite easy to see. But usually what happens with this, we've messed with rotating this peace sign around a bit. But it makes it clear that the F is the first one. But then usually we have, like here, we have left to right, just like writing a document, left to right, top down, that's the order. So it's a bit logical that you do it this way. But with the triplet, when I get to here, I sometimes get a bit confused because I'm having to read left to right and up and down. So yeah, it throws me a little bit. But I've noticed I did a mock-up of the triplet where it's just 2 vertical lines and 3 notes in a line. And I just breeze through them. I don't have to think about it. There's this kind of thing, and it's really a theme of Musitude, is when you do something by intuition. For example, if you see a sign with the word right, R-I-G-H-T on it, we're fast at reading and fast at thinking and contemplating the meaning of the word right, but we have to do a calculation. There's a little delay in there in our brain. But if you see an arrow just pointing right, there is no calculation. Music. Is Spotify playing? Oh, yeah. There is no calculation when you see an arrow. It's kind of it's something that it's something that the brain processes on a deeper level, more low level. But when you have to abstract it and do that, so what I think is happening when I see these triplets is I'm just reading along, and we're so used to reading letters and typing, it's just automatic. But here I've got to do a little calculation. Oh, which one's next? Which one's next? But I've noticed when I do the two straight lines and I just put them in a straight line, flat, I don't need to do any thinking. I just read them automatically. And let me just read Wakey Twin's message. Hello, I'm called Abdel. How are you, sir? Then, brother, it came. Oh, bliss, heaven, feeling. My God, on my what? Ruckers? On the pillow, glasses, clothes, bliss, washing. I don't know what that means. Wakey Train. You're gonna have to. Oh, we've got another one from Tagged over here. Good effort. It says there's only one. Yeah, you have 24k followers on Facebook. Yeah, I think it does. Ty, I think the reason I was getting all those messages about followers, it stores them up, all the ones that started following us when we were offline, and then it splurges them. I think I'm gonna have to figure out a way to have it not do that, because it could be a lot, because we've got almost 25,000 Facebook followers. So we're gonna have to take steps. That's a quote from the movie Abyss. Gonna have to take steps. All right, let's have a look at something else that we can play. So I've done one transcription tonight, and I think I'm getting better at that. Although I did notice a glitch-a-rooney there. So look, I usually go straight to the duets. So look at this. Canon in D, I haven't played that for a while. It's a long one. Biatch Lasagna? No, not that one. You know what? Some Swanage. How about some Swanage? I uploaded this one to the YouTube channel recently. It's all right. So we're going to play a bit of Swanation. And if you look down here, you'll see two subtle little dots. If I click on this dot, look what happens. It turns the page. But I don't need to click on the dot when I'm playing, because you don't want to take your hand off the keyboard and use the mouse. Whenever I watch people playing classical music in orchestras, I always feel a bit nervous because they're playing and then they've got to reach over and turn the page. I can't help but think, what happens if they can't get the page right? The whole orchestra falls to pieces. So here we have the system where you're playing away, blah, blah, blah. Or you get to the end, oh, I've got to turn the page. What do? You press enter. I'm going to go back a page, press backspace, or in this case, delete. All right, so this is also an ensemble. Now a solo is just one piece of music for one part. A duet is obviously duo, two. You have two parts. An ensemble is more than two parts. So three, it could be 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess once you get up to like 20, it becomes a symphony. So I'm going to play part 1, but there's part 2. Part 2 and part 3 is basically the piano part. All right, let's give this a shot. Here we go. So here we've got 3 parts, you see. So I tell it to play the accompaniments. Whoa, it's fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we go. Nice. That's good. I like that. All right, let's have a look at another piece. Ming song. Let's have a crack at this. Yeah, not bad. Same composer, Roberto Schumann. Nice as well. Like a bit of Robert Schumann. Right, let's bring out the big guns. Oh, a lot of people don't realize that Twinkle Twinkle is actually a Mozart piano sonata. I always seem to go to the duets. There we go. Scarborough Fair. I think I can big this up actually, can't I? Yeah. Scarborough Fairage. What was that weird sound? Might be just the instrument. I think the tracker was running ahead a little bit, wasn't it? Don't need that now. Have another go. Been to Scarborough, but there wasn't a fair on when I was there. Okay, this is one that I transcribed a while ago. See, that's why I make it smaller so you can see it while I'm on the screen. Sometimes I want it to be like that so it's bigger, but then I know I'm going to block it. Maybe I shouldn't be so big. I should shrink myself down on the screen maybe a little bit. All right, let's smallify this. Okay, see if we can remember how to play this piece. Delightful. Space it out there a bit. See if we can play it solo, Isaac. From here. Yeah, I can do it. You know, if you just struggle with a piece, just pause it, focus, go over that one little phrase a little bit a few times, then yeah, it's done. Bob's your uncle. Right, I think we're going to draw it to a close. We'll do another live stream soon, and before I go, I think I need to get in the habit of encouraging you to check out our social media. So the first thing to say is, if you are watching us here, well, we're here on YouTube, then please give us a, what do you do on YouTube? You follow, subscribe. I get confused between all the platforms we're on right now. So yeah, please give us a subscription. We've got 49 subscribers so far. I mean, it'd be nice to get to 1,000. I don't think we're going to partner with YouTube. When you partner with YouTube or with Twitch, I don't know what Facebook does, but when you partner with YouTube or Twitch, they block you from live streaming on other platforms, and we just want to be available. We're not doing this for money. It's completely free. The website's completely free. We don't sell anything. We don't charge for anything. So we just want to make Musitude available to watch for as many people as possible. And then, you know, when we build up a viewership, we want people to be able to go and play themselves and maybe even start streaming themselves playing. Because there's a lot of people that maybe not ace crack shots at any particular game, but they do want to stream, and maybe they don't really know what they want to do or talk about. If they like playing Musitude, why not stream? You know, this is the official Musitude live stream, but it doesn't, you know, there's nothing stopping people who love Musitude, like going on the website or the mobile app even, from streaming themselves. We're happy for them to do that. I mean, it's great publicity for us. So, yeah, so go on here and give us a subscribe. And also, if you click here on channels, check out the Musitude Players channels, where it's just we're demonstrating pieces. Give us a subscribe there as well. And on Facebook, oh, there I am. On, how do I get away from that? I don't want to see me. Oh, there I am again. Let's have a go here. Shut that down. Boom. Yeah, if you go to the Facebook page, then you can see all the little posts we're doing there. We have got quite a lot of followers. That's why the followers kept coming up. 24,803 followers. And yeah, give us a follow on our Facebook page. And that way, whenever we're live or whenever we post some interesting video or even some article or something like that, you'll be able to check in with us and comment there. And we're, of course, we're on Twitch as well. Gosh, there I am. Twitch-a-rooney. Wakey train. All right, so yeah, so we're on Twitch, so you can follow us on. Wait, you don't follow on. Oh yeah, that's right. You don't subscribe. You subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch. So give us a follow on Twitch. We've got about 19 or 20 followers so far, and so yeah, those are our free platforms. And then of course there's use these buttons. I've got this. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Oh, you will be able to see it because I'll be able to. Oh, yeah, the down camera. I've got this Stream Deck thing, so I can just push these buttons and they all come up. So yeah, follow us on Twitch, just twitter.com/Musitude, and check out our Instagram. We're gonna get a bit more active on there, so 73 followers. So yeah, we're gonna get a bit more active, see what's going on. Hey, we got 2 new followers in the last week, so that's cool. So follow us on Instagram, and so yeah, and of course, most important of all, do this. Boom. Go to the Musitude website, musitude.com. If you go on your phone, it will give you a message that tells you that it wants to redirect you to the mobile app. And the reason, sorry, I'm getting some itchy thing on the chair. And the reason for that is because the website, although it can load on the phone and sort of work, the keyboard thing it needs, it doesn't quite work. So it wants to send you to the app. And the mobile app is great. We've got an Android app. It's pretty cool. And we've got an iOS app, and we've got a really good iPad app. So there's bigger keys on the iPad. So we're doing a lot with mobile apps. That's cool. And of course, on your computer, you can go to the browser, which you can see right here. Let me just full bigage it up. So you can go to the browser, and you can play yourself. If you're any good with a computer keyboard, all you need to do is go to the browser, click on this, it'll bring up a little demo for you, and then you'll play what you see. It's just like typing a document. So I see a letter H, I press H. See K, I press K. K looks a little bit longer, so I'll press that and hold longer. So and then yeah, then here you can turn sound off if you want to play a piece, but it's a little bit too fast. You can change the speed of the piece, and you can even change the range so it's higher and lower pitch. You can have it play. For example, if I go to national anthems, let's pick a national anthem. Great Britain, no, God Save the Queen, it's just a bit boring. I've never heard the Lithuanian national anthem before. So let's say I don't want to play it initially, I just want to hear it. So I just click play, and I can listen to it. And another thing people do, which I never even thought of when I made Musitude, but I noticed some people doing it, is you can click play to listen to the national anthem, but you can also play along with it. And that way, if you're playing diverges from what's being played, you can hear that. So it's almost like a self-testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I made a mistake there. Let me start again. 3, 4. Another thing you can do is you can change. Oh no, if you change the instrument, it will play that new instrument. So if I change it to piano, we'll load the instrument, and now 1, 2, 3, 4. See, it'll keep playing. I don't play it, but if I want to join in. See, I noticed that I did something wrong there. So yeah, just go to the Musitude website and have fun playing. Doesn't matter how good or bad you are. If you can type a little bit, straight away you can start playing music. You're literally reading music notation, the Musitude notation, on the screen and playing. So give it a try. Check out our Facebook, check out our YouTube channel, our Twitter, our Instagram, and Twitch. And yeah, keep coming back. I'll keep live streaming and keep uploading other stuff. And eventually we're going to have more stuff. Like we're going to bring in people with traditional musical instruments and play duets together. And yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. We're going to do some more live transcribing as well. So look out for that. And I'm still trying to come up with a good sign off for Musitude. Too many people say, peace out. I've got to come up with a good one, but I haven't got one yet. So I'm just going to say my usual, Musitude out. Oh yeah, I got to end